Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Sports Store on Enterprise Television. This is the program where we give you the lowdown of the major happenings in sports. I'm Josh Ikokoli. We are live and here are the headlines. Enyimba International of Aba defeats Akwa United as Bendel Insurance see off 3SC in rescheduled MPFL games. Real Madrid stunned by Lille, Aston Villa upset by Munich, while Liverpool, Benfica, Juventus win in the UEFA Champions League. We'll also give you the preview of match day 2 of the UEFA Europa League and the fixtures and results of the UEFA Conference League. Let's take a time out on Sports Store. When we come back, we'll dig deeper into all the items on our agenda. Welcome back to Sports on Enterprise Television. Let's start off with the fact that Enyimba International of Aba secured a narrow 1-0 home victory over Akwa United in a rescheduled MPFL game. That's the Nigeria Premier Football League held in Aba on Wednesday. Debutant Aston Onimachi scored the decisive goal 12 minutes from time, heading in from an Imo Obot corner kick. The win moves the People's Elephants to third place on the MPFL table with 9 points from 4 games. Akwa United, their poor start to the season continues as they remain winless after 4 matches in the MPFL. Their latest defeat following a 2-1 loss to Sunshine Stars puts more pressure on head coach Mohamed Babaganaru, with the Promise Keepers now sitting in 16th place with just 2 points, 2 places, or rather 1 place above the drop zone. Elsewhere, Bendel Insurance grabbed their first win of the season, defeating Shooting Star Sports Club 1-0 at the Samuel Obemudia Stadium in Benin City. Michael Eneruna scored the decisive goal for the Benin Arsenal, who had to wait deep into stoppage time before they could get their lone goal, as Eneruna took a shot from within the box and put it past Abiodun Akonde in the 94th minute, virtually the last kick of the game. There will be another rescheduled fixture to be played on Thursday, with champions Enugu Rangers set to face Bayelsa United at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Stadium in Enugu. Let's go over to the UEFA Champions League and tell you that Frenchman Kylian Mbappe came off the bench but couldn't prevent defending champions Real Madrid from losing 1-0 at all-heralded Lille in the revamped Champions League on Wednesday. Mbappe, a substitute after a minor hamstring injury, could not get anything for Real Madrid as the opening goal came from Canada striker Jonathan David's penalty deep into first half stoppage time. A video review ruled that midfielder Eduardo Camavinga handled the ball, and David scored a hat-trick last weekend, but this time around he shot confidently past goalkeeper Andrea Lunin, who was replacing the injured Thibaut Courtois. It was Real Madrid's first loss in the competition since a 4-0 hammering by Manchester City in the 2023 semi-final second leg. And on a brighter note for Los Merengues, Brazil teenager Endrick became the youngest Champions League starter for Real Madrid at 18 years and 73 days old. He surpassed the mark set by former Madrid great Raúl González, who was 18 years and 72 days old when he faced Ajax in 1995. Elsewhere, let's say that Liverpool coach Arne Slot got his first taste of a European night at Anfield and saw his team beat Italian side Bologna 2-0 thanks to goals from midfielder Alexis McAllister and prolific forward Mohamed Salah, who set up the first goal for the Reds. Also in the Champions League, Italian giant Juventus La Vecchia Signora, the old lady, won despite receiving a red card with the score tied 1 apiece. Juventus goalkeeper Michele Di Gregorio was sent off in the 59th minute for a needless handball, yet Juventus still came from behind twice to win 3-2 at Leipzig. Slovenian forward Benjamin Šeško scored both goals for Leipzig, but Serbia's Dusan Vlahovic did the same, bagging a brace for 10-man Juventus, and the winner came from Portuguese winger Francisco Conceição, who rounded up the game of the night. entertaining game, end-to-end stuff in the Champions League. It was also a bad night for Atletico Madrid, another Madrid club, as Kerem Atekoglu, veteran Angel Di Maria, Alexander Ba, and Okan Kokyu scored for Benfica in a 4-0 rout of Atletico Madrid at the Estadio de Luz in Lisbon. Benfica's victory equaled their biggest margin win by a Portuguese team against the Spanish one in Europe's elite club football competition. They also claimed the other victory, defeating Real Madrid 5-1 back in February 1965. And to add to the pain, it was Atleti's joint biggest margin of defeat in any UEFA club competition. Other matches earlier saw Atalanta and Feyenoord got their first wins in the competitions, with Atalanta defeating Ukraine's Shakhtar Donetsk by 3-0, while Dutch club Feyenoord secured a gritty 3-2 win at tournament newcomer Girona. Albanian Berajim Sinti, Nigeria's own Ademola Lookman, the favorites to win the African Football of the Year for 2024, scored and gave an assist, and Italian Raul Bellanova scored for Atalanta in the German city of Gelsenkirchen, as of course Shakhtar, who plays their home games in the Champions League in Germany because of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Girona led through centre-back David Lopez's close-range finish, but the visitor equalized with an own goal from Yangel Herrera and took the lead on Anthony Milambo's 31st minute strike. Man United reject, who is now playing his trade at Girona, Donny van de Beek, made it 2-2, but another goal, this time from Ladislav Krejci, made Feyenoord, Slot's former club, see off the win and get 3 points in that game, where both teams missed a penalty. Fantastic one for both goalkeepers in that encounter. Also, Monaco netted a last-minute equalizer in a 2-2 draw at Dinamo Zagreb, thanks to Denis Zakaria's penalty to salvage that one at the nick of time. And Sturm Graz lost 1-0 at home to Club Brugge, which won thanks to a curling strike from Christos Zolis. Before we go into the analysis and before I bring on my guest, because I have a special guest who's going to be joining us today, let me reel out the full Champions League results. Liverpool defeated Bologna by 2-0. Lille defeated Real Madrid by 1-0. Leipzig lost at home by 3-2 against Juventus. Girona 2, Feyenoord 3, Shakhtar Donetsk 0, Atalanta 3. Aston Villa defeated Bayern Munich, another shocker, as John Duran helped Unai Emery's men to secure the win. And of course, should I say, replay what happened all those years ago in 1982 when Aston Villa defeated Bayern Munich to win their only UEFA Champions League final. Then it was still known as the European Champions Cup. So Arsenal fans, Aston Villa won the Champions League before you. So you can look away. You can look away right about now. Sturm Graz lost at home to Club Brugge by 1-0, Benfica 4, Atletico Madrid 0, Dinamo Zagreb 2, AS Monaco 0. I'm being joined by none other than Abdul Malik Sulukanine. He is a sports producer, a sports agent, and a sports analyst. Abdul Malik, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me today.
Okay, so we had two shocking upsets in the UEFA Champions League. Lille defeated Real Madrid, Jonathan David scoring a penalty, and it seemed like Real Madrid did not have an answer for them, despite bringing on Mbappe, Modric coming from the bench, Vinicius being slotted in a new role. First off, that game for the champions. This is their second loss in 2024 in all competitions. Does this prove that...
The thing about this situation is Real Madrid went into this match as very, very strong favorites, and they were expected to defeat Lille because Lille were not as strong as them in terms of quality of the team. You understand? And then Ancelotti himself came out as a coach to complain about his players that they should have been better when they were playing their games. It seemed they were like a dice when they were facing Lille. They were not really putting too much effort, because I think maybe the players expected that they were going to win the game very easily. They didn't expect Lille to bring it, so to speak, in this particular match. But Lille came in as the underdog. They were prepared for it. They wanted to give it their all, and they gave it their all, and they were able to get that match result on Jonathan David.
Okay, so looking at Real Madrid now, is the addition of Kylian Mbappe causing more problems than solution for Carlo Ancelotti? Because yes, we know Don Carlo has experience playing with big names, benching some, starting some. He knows how to manage the egos. But does it cause a tactical problem for the Los Merengues? Where to slot in Mbappe? How would Rodrigo didn't even start in that game? How would Rodrigo feature? How would Endrick feature? Jude Bellingham is no longer playing the advanced role that saw him flourish and become a favorite, one of the favorites to win the Ballon d'Or. So, is Mbappe's addition to the Los Blancos a problem for Real Madrid?
From my perspective, I believe it's a complication to them because the season before Mbappe came into the team, you could see Madrid were a free-flowing team with Bellingham bombing down from the midfield. You had Vinicius on the left, Rodrigo on the right. They were playing a 4-4-2 diamond, so to speak, with Bellingham bombing in deep from the middle, playing as sort of a false nine. And he was able to get goals and assists for them consistently.
Was the highest goal scorer in the league as well?
Exactly, he was the highest goal scorer. And now, with the addition of Mbappe, there's going to be a lot of complication because Mbappe, first of all, likes to play on the left side, which is Vinicius's
position.
Like nobody can take that place from Vinicius in this Real Madrid team, including Mbappe. For me personally, so having Mbappe playing in a central position, which he is not used to playing, he has not played it consistently enough for me to say that okay, you drop him in as a 9 and he'll perform to the best of his abilities and bring everybody into the play, make them look good as well. It's not aesthetically pleasing to watch Mbappe play as a 9. It's better to watch him play from the left because he brings a lot of flair, speed, and powerful runnings when it comes to playing on that number 7 position. But playing as a 9, he really causes a lot of problem for Ancelotti because he always, if I've watched a couple of Real Madrid matches this season, he's always trying to hold the touchline alongside Vini Jr., leaving the middle open. So if there's any kind of play that's going to happen from the midfield, there is no striker for the midfielders to feed to. It's one of the issues that Ancelotti, I'm sure, is trying to fix. But at the moment, I do not believe Mbappe was the right signing for them. I believe they needed another false 9 kind of forward to play alongside Jude Bellingham, Vinicius, and Rodrigo. I think that would have been the best option for them.
Or perhaps even just stop with Endrick as well.
Yes, Endrick. I think Endrick he's a youngster. He's a youngster, so you have to give him time to grow up. So I believe he can do that false 9 role, but
Arda Güler is another player that can actually play that false 9 role. We saw him do so at the Euros for Turkey.
Saw him do so, but he is also another youngster, another person for the future. Endrick and Aguilar, those people are people that you look for the future. They're not people you are meant to be depending on now. Mbappe is someone that you depend on now, that needs to perform now, and he needs to give everything for the club now. Perform the results that he needs to give. It needs to be produced now. All this, he can't be getting any complaints about not playing on the left wing or not being able to get any service. At this point, he has to do it week in, week out, consistently.
Okay, so quickly, let's talk about the other upsets that happened in the Champions League. Aston Villa defeating Bayern Munich. John Duran, the Colombian, scoring for Aston Villa. Does this prove that perhaps Unai Emery can, Aston Villa, one of the 7 teams to have gotten a perfect record in Champions League. So does this prove that Unai Emery is tilting this Aston Villa to perhaps maybe winning the league, the Premier League? It might seem like rocket science. It might seem like something that's impossible. Or even winning the Champions League. It's been a while we've seen an upset team win the Champions League.
I don't believe Unai Emery will push them to win the Champions League or the Premier League. But that notwithstanding, you need to understand that Unai Emery has taken this team through leaps and bounds. Because this Aston Villa team, for the past 2 seasons, you wouldn't expect them to be where they are currently. I think this is their first win against Bayern in 42 years.
Yeah.
I think that their first win against Bayern in 42 years.
Yeah.
That shows the level at which this manager has taken this team too. And the signings that they have made from these past two
transfer windows, yeah,
are showing that Aston Villa are really pushing to try and make their team better, to try and make their team fight for their top four positions, to try and make them fight for Champions League. But I don't believe they'll win any of those cups just yet, mind you. I believe they still need a bit more time. But I would also like to say that according to some fans, let me just say that, according to some fans, after Pep Guardiola, Unai Emery seems to be the next best manager in the Premier League, and I think I follow that belief as well because
better than Arne Slot, better than Arteta, better than Eric Ten Hag.
Yes. Sadly, I'll agree to that. Sadly,
okay.
But the point is, when he came into the league at first with Arsenal, things didn't go right for him. But he came back to Aston Villa with a point to prove, and he's proving that point every single day after that first season.
He even prevented Arsenal from winning the league last season.
Exactly. Yeah. So there are many things you need to consider in this Aston Villa team that have been helping them to move through leaps and bounds. The manager Oli Watkins, their striker Oli Watkins has also improved a lot under this manager. I think he has gotten double-digit goals in the past 2 seasons. I don't think he was able to get that
before Unai Emery became the manager of the club.
Exactly. Yeah. So this shows you that Unai Emery knows how to bring out the best from a player. He just needs to be given enough time, and he needs to be given the right signings. In Aston Villa, they have given him the time and they have given him the signings that he needs to be able to put the team in a better position. And I really expect a lot more from them this season. I even expect them to make it out of this league stage easily. They should be at least, if they are going to finish anywhere that is a bit low, they will finish 7th. I believe they will go straight to the round of 16.
Oh wow!
Having to play playoffs, yes.
Oh wow, that's nice. And if that happens, that is like a commanding, display for Unai Emery, proving that he's here to stay.
He shows his strength and he's here to stay. He's actually a very good manager, and I believe he has that very point to prove, and I believe he'll do it.
Okay. So quickly before I let you go, who do you think is the favorite? Your top 3 teams who are favorites to win this season's UEFA Champions League.
So I'll put Bayern Munich.
Despite them losing?
The way Vincent Kompany has been making that team play, I don't think any manager, the managers that coached Bayern, they have been good and they have won them trophies.
Okay.
But the way the team is playing currently, I do not think any manager for the time that Bayern have been playing have had Bayern since Pep Guardiola left. Yes, let me put it like that. Since Pep Guardiola left.
Even with Hansi Flick?
Yes, even with Hansi Flick. I've not seen Bayern play this much of a free-flowing football. Tiki-taka or...
Gang
pressing. So the system...
He mixes both tiki-taka and gang pressing together.
Exactly. He's putting the team in a setup that makes them so uneasy. Like, you cannot beat Bayern just like that.
But then Hansi Flick won everything. He won a sextuple in 2020.
Yes, I understand that he won. I'm not doubting what Hansi Flick did for the team. All I am saying is the tactics Kompany is employing for this Bayern team. I have not seen any manager employ this same tactic since Pep Guardiola left the team.
Okay.
So I believe Bayern, Real Madrid, and Manchester City.
Oh wow!
Manchester City for obvious reasons, because they won it, and they are still strong favorites to win it again. Yeah. Real Madrid, they are another contender. One thing you can say about Real Madrid is you can never count them out when it comes to the Champions League. Even the season, was it a season ago or 2 seasons ago, where they were not playing good football throughout the season,
but they were finding a way to edge it out and get all those scrappy late goals and win.
Exactly. The scrappy win, the determination to win, it was what helped them. So I believe Bayern, Real Madrid, Man City, watch out for those 3 teams. They will make it very far into the quarterfinal and semi-final. And if Bayern is able to make it to the semi-final, I believe they'll take it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much, Abdul Malik Sulukanine, for joining us on the program. Veteran sports producer, agent, and analyst as well. We'd definitely like to have you once again join us on Sports on Enterprise Television.
Definitely, I'll be happy to join you.
Okay. And in other issues out there in Europe, there were also 2 games in the UEFA Conference League as Istanbul Başakşehir lost 2-1 at home, while there were also 2 games in the UEFA Conference League. Istanbul Başakşehir lost 2-1 to Rapid Vienna, and on Thursday, there will also be 18 UEFA Europa League games and 16 UEFA Conference League games to be played. In the Europa League, first off, Ferencváros will host Tottenham Hotspur, Hoffenheim will take on Dynamo Kiev, Lazio will do battle against Nice, Maccabi Tel Aviv will trade tackles with FC Midtjylland, Olympiacos will face SC Braga, Karabakh will take on Malmo FF, Real Sociedad against Anderlecht, Riga Footballer Scholar against Galatasaray, Slavia Prague against Ajax Amsterdam, Athletic Bilbao against AZ Alkmaar, Besiktas will do battle with Eintracht Frankfurt, Wolfsburg will take on AS Roma, FC Porto will host Manchester United, FC Twente will take on Fenerbahce, PAOK Saloniki will do battle with Steaua Bucharesti, Rangers will welcome Lyon to Glasgow, Royal Union Saint-Gilloise will take on Bodo Glimt, and Victoria Plzeňa will do battle with Bulgarian side Ludogorets Razgrad. In the UEFA Europa Conference League, Cercle Brugge of Belgium will host St. Gallen of Switzerland, Dynamo Minsk will take on Heart of Midlothian, FC Astana will do battle with Baka Topola TSC, FC Heidenheim, the new boys from Germany who are making their European debut, will do battle with Olympia Ljubljana, FC Noah of Armenia will face Mlada Boleslav, Legia Varsava will do battle against Real Betis, Moda will take on Larne FC, Omona Nicosia will face Vikingo Reykjavik, Boraj Banja Luka will face Panathinaikos of Greece, Chelsea will host Ghent in their maiden appearance in the third tier of European football. CS Petro Club will take on Pafos FC, FC Copenhagen will do battle against Jagiellona Białystok, Fiorentina will take on the New Sense FC, and Lax Linz will do battle against Juggerdense. Lugano of Switzerland will take on Helsinki, a club that Elderson Echejile, he played for both sides, so it will probably be a derby for Elderson Echejile. And of course, Shamrock Rovers will do battle with Cypriot side Apoel Nicosia. Well, that's how much we can take on Sports Tour for today. Endeavor to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Enterprise TV 7 on YouTube. Click the notification bell to get alerts on our new YouTube videos. You can follow us on all our social media platforms. We are Enterprise TV 7 on Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. Like, share, and engage with our content, and also visit our website www.enterprisetvnews.com, where we give you all the hot stories on the go, the live updates, the exclusives, and the news you can use. Moreover, if you want to partner with us on Enterprise Television, you want to place your product on our platform, and for all sponsorship and advertising inquiries, kindly send a mail to enterprisetv7@gmail.com, or you can send a DM to our aforementioned social media handles at Enterprise TV 7. And before we go, let's leave you with this statement from the greatest basketball player of all time. LeBron James fans, you can argue with me on that. None other than Michael Jordan, MJ23. He said, and I quote, "Obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, or work around it." End quote. Everyone faces obstacles. What matters is how you deal with them. Some break through them with their sheer will, and others just give up. But the choice is entirely yours. I'm Josh Ikilkoli, and I want to thank you for the privilege of your time. Until we meet again, it's goodbye and hasta luego.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.